Meanwhile, representatives of the Janasetta Perumana expressed views on the TESO summit, which was the subject of much controversy.
Issues in our country need not be discussed elsewhere. Certain political party leaders who are vested with the responsibility of protecting the country are trying to betray the country for the benefit of terrorists. Why did Wickramabahu Karunaratne attend this convention? How can he talk about protecting the country without any shame?
Wickramabahu Karunaratne මේ සම්මේලනයට සහභාගී වුණේ මොහොත ලැජ්ජාවක් තිබෙනවද?
Yet another enjoining order was issued by the courts today on UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe and General Secretary Tissa Attanayake. The enjoining order was issued after the Colombo District Court considered a petition filed by a UNP councillor who contested and secured victory at the Nuwara Pradesh Sabha election.
The petitioner, a member of the Nuwara Pradesh Sabha, Amiruddin Abdul Aziz, requested court to prevent the attempts taken by UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe and General Secretary Tissa Attanayake to cancel his party membership.
Senior counsel Mr. Faisal Mustafa supported the application of the plaintiff, and Mr. Mustafa submitted to court that the plaintiff is not a member of the United National Party, and on that basis no disciplinary action can be taken against the plaintiff by the United National Party. Upon considering Mr. Mustafa's submission, the District Court of Colombo issued an enjoining order preventing the leader and the General Secretary of the United National Party from acting or taking further action upon the letter of expulsion issued to the plaintiff.
On the 8th of this month, the District Court in Mount Lavinia issued an enjoining order preventing the implementation of a decision arrived at by the UNP Working Committee to extend the leader's tenure by 6 years. On the very same day, UNP Western Provincial Councillor Shiral Laktilaka filed a petition with the Colombo District Court challenging the Working Committee's decision to extend the leader's tenure by 6 years. A day after, on the 9th of this month, the Colombo District Court issued an enjoining order preventing the appointments made by the UNP Working Committee and party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe to the National Lawyers Association. Meanwhile, addressing Parliament recently, Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed these views. My party and I have been affected on a number of occasions by the courts through enjoining orders. We have been the worst affected. There are places to speak of these things. Such orders have been issued on a number of occasions. However, these orders are instilled and some are then revoked. At a media briefing convened in Colombo today, Minister Wimal Weerawansa commented on the conduct of the UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe. The UNP faithful are wondering what they should do today. They can see that the opposition leader has extended his tenure by 6 years. He thought he could extend this time period to 12 years and not a mere 6. But since he knew that it would be disastrous to extend his term to 12 years, he had to be content with 6 years. Wickremesinghe does not want to become the president of the country. He wants to make his relative the leader of the UNP. Hence, we wish the opposition leader all the best in this endeavour. Former UNP ministers charged that the existing UNP Working Committee, which operates solely to protect the leader and bestow defeats to the party and party faithful time and time again, is of no use. ADB Ekanayake, a former UNP Polonnaruwa district minister, says that the Working Committee must resign if it cannot steer the party towards victory. The UNP had a voter base of 4.9 million. The party leaders need to understand why this number has seen a significant reduction. If an individual wants to reign self-supreme, what will happen to the party? This is something that he should realize. Is the Working Committee an independent body? Can they make independent decisions? It should not comprise of henchmen. The Working Committee has the power to appoint the leader, and therefore it must be independent and must have the strength to make decisive decisions. You can express your views on these Working Committee members. Visit our website at www.newsfirst.lk.
In more local news, Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa attended a public meeting held in Polonnaruwa today.
The public meeting was organised at the Peterwave area in Nuwaragala, Polonnaruwa to garner support for UNP candidates contesting the North Central Provincial Council.
වගුරු බිමක් ගොඩ කරලා මාලිගාවත් දැන් වීරවංශ සමතිවරයා එයාගේ ගෙවල් ලක්ෂය හදන්නේ කොහොමද?
Recently, Minister Vimal Veeravansa visited the Maligaon, the housing complex that was constructed by my father. He removed the foundation stone that was laid by my father in the 60s and also removed the plaque that was unveiled. He then repainted the houses that was constructed by my father and erected a new hoarding. He showed this project to the president and said that this was part of the 1 million housing project undertaken by his ministry. It's a shame.
රටේ ජනාධිපතිවරයාවත් එතනට ගෙනිහිල්ලා පෙන්නලා මෙන්න මගේ නිවාස දසලක්ෂයේ වැඩසටහන කියලා. ලැජ්ජයි වීරවංශ ඇමතිතුමනි.
United National Party parliamentarian Sujiva Senasinghe says that development activities carried out by a UNP government was always felt by the people. He expressed this view at a public meeting in Polonnaruwa yesterday.
The public meeting was organised in the Thambalawewa area in Polonnaruwa to garner support for United National Party candidates contesting the North Central Provincial Council. It was the United National Party that provided assistance to the people in this area to engage in their livelihoods, may it be farming or the garment industry. The UNP has always supported these ventures. Janasavya and Mahapola were introduced. If anyone talks about development, they speak of development activities that were carried out by the UNP. Has the SLFP carried out any development activity? Raise your hands if they have done so. Apart from the BMICH that was constructed with Chinese funds, the SLFP has not engaged in any development activity.
The joint organisation of July Strikers staged a demonstration opposite the Fort railway station in Colombo this afternoon.
The joint organisation of July Strikers staged this demonstration based on several demands. The demonstration was held opposite the Fort railway station. The demonstrators marched towards the presidential secretariat subsequent to rallying at the Fort railway station. However, a tense situation arose when the protesters' passage to the secretariat was blocked. As we were preparing to disperse, the police attacked. I too was assaulted. There was chaos here. However, the police escorted 4 individuals of the organisation to the presidential secretariat. We wish to state that several individuals who were engaged in the demonstration were assaulted by certain police officers. We will lodge a complaint with the Human Rights Commission in this regard. We have all the information of these individuals. The Presidential Secretariat should agree to resolve all our issues. If our demands are not met, a week after the budget is tabled, we will commence a fast on to death campaign opposite the Fort railway station. When we made inquiries, police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that the protesters were not attacked. He said that they were only prevented from entering the high security zone.
The second and final seminar conducted by corporate guru Swami Sukabodhananda, organized by the Maharaja Institute of Management, was held in Colombo today. Today's program was titled The Dynamics of Powerful Decision Making. The session was well attended by members of Sri Lanka's corporate community. Swami Sukabodhananda stressed the importance of dynamic decision making in developing teams in the private and corporate sector. MTV and NBC were the media sponsors of this event.
Commitment. You have to bring up children, commitment. You have to organization, commitment. To country, commitment. Say very humorously, if a stupid person learns logic, logic becomes stupid.
The Indian community in Sri Lanka too celebrated the 66th Independence Day of India at the Indian High Commission in Colombo. The event was held under the patronage of Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka Ashok K. Kantha.
A large group, including Indian expatriates and well-wishers, attended today's celebrations at the Indian High Commission in Colombo. Here, the Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Ashok K. Kantha, read out excerpts from the address to the nation made by Indian President Pranab Mukherjee on the eve of the 66th Independence Day. The High Commissioner also expressed views on ongoing Indian development projects in the country.
The pilot project for construction of 1,000 houses has been completed, and we have recently launched the next phase of the ambitious housing project, under which we'll be constructing 43,000 houses in the northern eastern provinces of Sri Lanka. This is one of the largest grant assistance projects taken by Government of India anywhere in the world.
Now, the General Secretary of the Tamil United Liberation Front, V. Anandasangari, says that the housing project undertaken by the Indian government for the welfare of the internally displaced persons in the island has shown slow progress.
It is disappointing that the project to build 50,000 homes, for which funds were enthusiastically allocated, is now being implemented half-heartedly. Certain public officials who reside here must take the initiative to move this forward. There is no point in pointing the finger at the Indian government alone. Neither the government nor public officials have understood that our people are undergoing severe hardships. Houses which should have been built a year ago are yet to be handed over to the people. Only 1,000 homes have been completed. The officials are yet to realize the number of people who will remain in temporary camps until this project is completed. The Sri Lankan and Indian governments must intervene to expedite this project.
The final show of the Shweta featuring singer Visharada Nanda Malini will be held on the 14th of September at Stein Studios in Ratmalana. A media briefing was held in this regard yesterday.
We are fulfilling our promise to the public. We have completed 24 concerts. After commencing this program on the 14th of September 2010, we are planning to hold the 25th concert on the 14th of September 2012 at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana. Even though solo concerts of Nanda Malini was held, a DVD was not launched. Accordingly, we hope to launch a DVD as well.
Sirasa FM ඒ වගේම MBC ශ්වේත රාත්‍රිය වගේ වැඩසටහන් කරන්නේ.
Sirius FM and MBC launched Shweta Rathriya with the objective of developing the music industry. We also thought that this would be a podium to respect veteran artists as well. We also want to provide an opportunity for the youth to enjoy this high standard of music. Shweta Rathriya provided us with an opportunity to take music in the country to another level.
රස විඳින්නට අවස්ථාවක් ලබා දීමයි. ලංකාවේ සාම්ප්‍රදායික සංගීතය තවත් උසස් තත්වයට ගෙනියන්න ශ්වේත රාත්‍රිය අපිට අවස්ථාවක් ලබා දුන්නා.
මං ඉස්සෙල්ලා කරපු ප්‍රසංගات එක්ක බලනකොට ඉහළම ප්‍රතිචාරයක් ලැබුණු ප්‍රසංගයක් හැටියට තමයි මම දකින්නේ ශ්වේත රාත්‍රිය.
When comparing the Shweta Rathriya concerts with the other concerts I have performed in, I received the highest response for these concerts. I was renewed by this concept. I am very thankful to Sirasa for organizing this event, which provides an opportunity to the youth and the children to enjoy good music. This was a great strength to artists.
පරම්පරාවට පුංචි දරුවන්ට මේ අවස්ථාව සලසලා දීලා අපිවත් ශක්තිමත් කරලා උණුසුම් ප්‍රසංගයක් පවත්වන්නට මං සැලැස්වීම ගැන